good morning, everybody. It is the 26th of January. Look at this big crowd we've got today. We got some videos to show. You know what we're going to do is we're going to start with Royce has got a video. It's a fun little video. Why don't you tell us about this, please?
I'll tell you after you play it.
I can't even tell them what it's about. Okay. Well, let's see what you got here. Hang on a second.
It's pretty obvious.
Okay. All right. All right, Royce, tell us about the video and then we can talk about it.
So this was taking my 360 camera out there and just playing with it, basically trying to show what can be done. After I put this together, I go, man, I'm dizzy just watching that first part. But anyway, I wanted to show you to flip it around, do different things. And that camera was on the end of the stick, which you didn't see because the software takes it all out.
Yep.
But it's
I thought you had a drone going along outside.
Yeah, that was just that thing was sticking out about.
Wow.
So you always had it in hand?
Always in my hand, yeah.
See right there, you got the,
Yeah.
that's the magnetic mount, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big handle for me.
It's a big handle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the software is amazing that it can do that. It takes that, and what is that, about 3-4 foot that pole's extended?
Yeah. And they have them up to 9 feet. I mean, you can really get it out there.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's how much you ever want to hold on to. But
Yeah.
You need a picture of the setup with your video, Royce.
The what?
I
Sorry?
need a picture of your setup with your video.
Oh, last week he had the rocket action and he showed everybody.
Mhm.
And the thing that I like about it is that it's just another tool in your toolbox, so to speak, of maybe some cool shots. You see what can be done, and it's like, it's incredible how the software gets rid of that hole.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
That one shot where you guys are going down that little steep
Yeah.
embankment,
Yeah.
because you can't see, it's like, because I was wondering, like, well, where the hell's the camera? And then it twists and then you're going down there.
Like, that's another thing. This was a long shot because he was being real careful going down this
Yes.
little incline here. Okay, there's they got, just like any other software, they got all kinds of features, little functions. And this was a function that I just dropped into this little section of the clip and it rotated around and went the other direction.
When it gave
I
that
just dropped the function in there and it did it all on that one. Well, that one right there. Yeah.
Like, you're doing that with your D8 cat.
No. Be a very expensive mistake. You know the thing, well, and the other thing that I like he wasn't gonna share this, and I said, this is great. To me, it's got high energy.
Yeah.
The music is upbeat, and just, again, showing you the possibility of what some of these cameras can do.
And software.
And the software too.
In post, yeah.
You gave a little demo a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I went in the room and had a few people look at it, but yeah. And I just used their software package for this, which found out to be, I had an hour and 15 minutes of raw. I
Okay.
cut it down to 90 seconds and it was slow
Yeah,
in my laptop, which is not a slow laptop, not fast, not slow. And I go, oh, I want to do this. Oh, no tool for that. Oh, no, I can't do that. So I had to fool around a little bit.
okay,
And just to use their software, and then I picked from their music, the selection.
Yeah.
The whole music thing. So I picked it from there. I just used their tool. to
Sure.
do this. So.
Now, that's what highway you were on, because it looked like a nice bicycle.
It's Obrego.
It was Obrego.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just amazed at their technology, so that's something, and maybe, one of these days after class here, you can give another little demo on the software, do a couple little clips. But, and the other thing I'd say quickly too, is that you're asking a lot of the computer to do some of these functions where we talk about render time and whatever, so when you start getting into something that's more complex, the software is doing, you might get a cup of coffee and come back.
Just out of curiosity, does the license for the software restrict you to a single computer or can you put it on multiple?
It restricts you to the serial number of your camera. So if you load it up on another device, it wants the serial number of the camera. So,
The reason I was asking is just for kicks, we could load it on the monster computer
Oh, yeah,
and see how long it takes to render.
yeah, the only thing I know is that my grandson asked for it too. So he said, oh, give me the serial number, so I gave it to him, and he loaded it. I don't think he ever did anything.
okay,
So I know that's what they asked you
Sure.
for.
Well, I assume the serial number is somehow embedded in the
file,
file
Sure.
it produces, so that's how they prevent it.
I bet they wouldn't care,
Maybe not.
Yeah, because they're selling hardware, really.
Yeah. That'd be interesting, we should maybe try that, see, take something again, run a test, run it on your laptop, ask it to do 10 seconds of something, run it on the big boy computer and see how fast it bangs it
But it
out.
would compare the footage to that number.
Yeah,
What's the name of it, Roy?
it's three,
It's the 360.
yes, it's still 360.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that? All right, nice job, Bryce,
Good
I
job at editing.
really like it,
Yeah.
fun.
But if you show anything longer than that, you better distribute barf bags.
That would be bad. All right, we've got a video from Diane. Diane, why don't you tell us about this, please?
Last week I went out to Canoa Lake and there was a heron out there with a giant goldfish. And I just kind of hung around.
Okay, think of that.
Good job capturing a bird in flight.
Wow.
You're doing that handheld, right? Without a tripod. That's hard.
What'd you shoot that with?
Nikon D50,
What lens did you have on it?
5250.
Oh, wow.
But not a very long.
Oh, yeah, you probably put that thing.
It's really hard to do. It's hard to track something, even if you, like, it's a car or something, you know it's going by you. But the bird is like, who knows where it's going? That's tough. What do you think of the shots in terms of the heron trying to eat the big gold?
Great.
So how long was that you filmed to get that video?
I was there probably an hour and a half.
When you first saw it, the heron tried to start eating it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
And then he finally, after an hour and a half, gave up.
Well, he was flying from one end to the
Yeah.
other. He'd get frustrated and he'd fly, and I'd run down there and then he'd fly back and I'd.
Would he take the goldfish with him?
No,
He just would go and then he'd come back and then he'd try again.
Look for a smaller fish.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I stayed until it was starting to get dark.
okay. What do you think of the mood with the music and stuff?
Perfect.
It just, good music can really set that mood for you.
Yeah.
There's a bit of intrigue as to what's gonna happen. Is he really gonna get it? Even though in the title you say that he wasn't going to get it, but you're thinking, there was one point there where he got a little close and you thought, okay, he's gonna go for it, but obviously too bad.
Next time you go back to Canal Lake, bring a knife and fork to.
Bring him a smaller fish.
I mean, was the fish even alive?
No, thanks,
I assume it
It
was.
had to have been somewhat alive because they don't eat dead fish.
Well, my assumption was when he first picked it up, he took it to a shallower part so the fish couldn't swim away. I don't know, I'm guessing, because where he was standing, it wasn't that deep.
But yeah, the fish didn't, it kind of hung out right there.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So,
The fish was dead there, but my guess,
Somehow
when
killed the
first
fish.
picked it up, it probably.
Yeah.
what was that, Sam?
I'm just wondering if there was something we didn't see where the bird killed the fish,
Oh,
crushing it or
yeah,
something like that, because, like everybody else is saying, I think as soon as the bird dropped the fish, even if it was really shallow, would have.
Try to swim away.
well, or I guess maybe to your point too, that the fish wasn't flopping around in the mouth fighting, so, don't know.
Someone's dumping their goldfish out of it.
Well, yeah, well, apparently goldfish can get very big in Kanoa. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that one?
Nice job.
Yeah, very nice job, Diane, I like that. All right, good job. Let's see, Andy, you've got a video for us, please. Why don't you tell us about that?
First time I tried iMovie, kind of messed with it a little bit. So this is an event, Art on the Lake in Saurita a couple weeks ago. Great entertainment, but I really wanted to focus on the artists. So they brought in about 50, 60 artists that have to paint what they see.
Okay,
And it was, it's always very intriguing. They have chalk, kids get to do chalk art. They did a big mural and there it is.
okay, let's check it out. What do you think of that one?
I like the hands, focusing on the hands. And I like the fact that there was some movement on the first couple of shots in the hands.
Okay.
It was still, it's nice.
What did you think about all being pretty much all tight shots?
I'd have liked to seen some wider shots.
Andy had shared this with me, and I sent him a couple of notes, and that's one of the things I had said is I'd love to see some establishing shot
Yeah.
and maybe a little wider just to break up all the tight shots. I mean, to me, that I would like to see that because to me, there's too much of the hands too close up. Did you shoot some stuff that was wider?
Yeah, I did, and I got that email that you sent me. I just didn't have time to do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because I can redo it. I'm gonna redo it.
yeah, I think if you would just
redo it, would you?
Yeah. And I do have some video, I do have some video of the band Tesoro.
Okay.
They're amazing. And I do have some video of the taiko drummers.
okay,
They let me walk right in front of them,
nice.
but I didn't know how to insert it. It
Oh,
was the first time using iMovie, and
okay.
so,
Well, I think if you could add some of that, it would be nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You shot that with iMovie.
I guess I don't know how iMovie works, but I was getting dizzy from the going in and out, and
Right.
in and out, in and out, and in
Sure.
and out, just, back to back to
Right.
back. And then when he finally moved sideways a little bit, I'm like,
Right.
so it was, for me, that was just too much and too close together.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Sure.
So would you change the transitions for some of those? How do you do
Well,
that?
there's
Because I
here
set
was
the
the-
transitions for the whole thing.
Well, you're doing hard cuts. My thought, and I said this in the note, he's got the images up for about 4 seconds. And there's a lot of movement in 4 seconds, meaning that you have the starting box and the finishing box for your movement. And so it's probably the default of iMovie that it's doing that same amount of movement. So my suggestion to Andy was make the clip 6 seconds long, add a cross dissolve between each so it softens up. It's not that hard cut because you're trying to set a mood with this piece. And this isn't, it's more tranquil. It should be more tranquil in the sense that it's not like the action stuff that we just saw that Royce is doing where it's quick action and it's hard cuts. This should have some transition. So some cross dissolves. I said extend the clips to 6 seconds instead of 4, which will help big time. And then that will also slow down the amount, how fast that move is.
And if you actually change transitions on some of those slides,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's my thought on that. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I thought it was well done, what you did. I agree that maybe your clips could be a little longer. But this was the artist painting what they saw. Right?
It was what, sorry?
Artists were painting what they saw.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah, they were all over the lake in Saurita,
Yeah.
and everybody saw something different. And some of the photos I didn't show there was some people fishing.
Yeah.
The lady did an amazing job of painting the fishermen on the lake. Some of them saw the water park, some of them, they were all over the park, like it spread all over.
Okay, well, I would have liked to have you shown the things that they were painting. And
Well,
then the painting them.
sure.
That would be a wider establishment.
Well, a wider shot, or, the other thing too, that if you think about like a shot like this, or one of these shots, that the person's painting something, let's see. The over the shoulder shot is nice. There was one where the woman's, if I had a shot like that, and then I'm shooting like 2/3 more of what's going on where she's seen, so you see what she's painting, and Paul's point, you see here what she's painting, and then you see in the background the scene that she's setting. So like the people that were doing the fishermen kind of a thing. I think it would just help establish that, where are they, what are they doing kind of a thing.
See, that's next year's project.
Well, you know what though, that's the beauty of this is that you see, okay, I've got a lot of nice detail shots, but now I need to get some other shots.
Sure.
A little wider. Yeah, Jim.
These events usually have an entry where there's a sign, so
Mhm.
what it is, and I try to get that as an
Sure.
introduction to what you're gonna see.
I actually do have a photo of it, believe it or not.
Okay.
I just didn't put it in there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shirley.
Well, another thing that I loved seeing the pictures of the band. I
Right.
think you mentioned that you have some live.
Yes.
The band, and I would love to, I like to use the local music that's going on in an event if it's usable.
Mhm.
Anyway, I would have liked to have heard some of the band music.
Sure.
if
I
they-
do have video, I just didn't know how to put it in there.
Yeah,
It'd be the same as doing your still pictures in iMovie. You're just putting the clip in.
Okay,
We can work on that at some point.
great.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt.
Andy, I think it's great. You got, looking at these, there's like 20, well, not 20, but however, each artist is almost doing a different type of
Yeah.
medium. Like, here's a paintbrush, one with chalk, one with sand. So you captured a whole variety of
Yeah.
artistry in there. I like that.
Yeah, the one lady didn't even use a paintbrush, she used like a scraper. I
wow.
don't know if I caught her in this video or not.
I don't think I saw that.
I mean, it's a great story. It's really.
Yeah. I just think some wider shots will
Yeah.
really just kind of break up. To me, it almost gets a little monotonous. I don't know. Does anybody feel that way?
No.
Well,
Does it help?
he had one of the artists there, the musician, that unique instrument they had,
Okay.
strings and a gourd.
Yeah. That was earlier.
That,
Right there.
yeah, like he took a gourd and put strings on it.
Well, and again, and maybe if there was the other thing you could do to incorporate in a shot, like this is for next year. Incorporate this as maybe a third of the image, and then you've got some people that are watching them, kind of a thing, or whatever. My philosophy has always been shoot the hell out of whatever you do. Tight, wide, medium. It doesn't cost us anything. This isn't the days of film. So, every time you push the button, it costs money on film. Well, it doesn't cost money with digital.
Great, yeah, great advice, very helpful. I'm excited about improving it.
Well, I think this just needs a few little tweaks. This doesn't need a major overhaul at all.
The best shot was paint by numbers.
That's great.
That was back in the beginning.
It's in the beginning.
Yeah,
right
there
there.
it is.
There's
Yeah.
actually numbers on the
Yeah.
So the story behind that is two young artists, they do the mural. And anybody at the park
Okay,
can
come on.
paint. And there was a lot of families, like little
Nice.
3-year-old kids painting, like this little girl, she's probably 5.
Yeah.
And that's why they had the paint
Sure.
numbers there.
And and another way to think about a shot like that too is, what's the reverse of this shot? Meaning, is mom and dad behind her? And you're able, we're looking at her this way. Well, what if we kind of come back this way and look at her face as she's painting, and mom and dad are back there, or some other kids out of focus?
You worry about getting people's faces on it?
Well, I personally, I would never shoot this.
Yeah.
As a guy, women, you can get away with that.
I ask.
Well, and it's good that you
I
asked.
held my camera up every single photo.
Yeah,
I'm a street photographer.
Yeah.
That's my big passion.
Yes.
I always ask, especially with kids.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the parents were there.
Yeah.
They were happy to see somebody photographing their kid.
Well, that's good. Well, and it's nice. It's good that you asked, because to me, that's really important,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I personally won't do it anymore. I just stay away from that. Yeah.
You have any trouble putting that on YouTube if you have pictures of kids?
No, we'll find out. I don't know that they're gonna flag this.
And not full face, so it's,
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the other way to get around it would be, to me, you're shooting over her shoulder, so you don't really see her face, and then you see the painting going on. You see, maybe she's out of focus, your selective focus, so you're shooting this, and you're shooting wide open with your camera, and then she's blurred out a little bit. Now, the other thing you could do too is you could go in Photoshop and give this a little blur, just to knock her down.
Well, one of the things I was thinking about is like, okay, I really want to see faces of other people.
Right.
But then at the other side, well, then the privacy issue comes in, and I go, well, I don't know, I want to see
Right.
from an artistic standpoint, but then as a privacy standpoint, well, maybe I don't really want to see the privacy.
Well, see, the good thing is you're in public, you're on public land, and they're in public. And this is not a advertising piece. This is editorial or journalism. And so you can do that and not have an issue. If you were on private property and somehow doing this, then there might be an issue with that.
Is
So-
it included in the credits or at the beginning or somewhere saying that permission was granted for all the photos? Does that?
I don't know that,
Does YouTube
I don't think,
pay attention to any of that, or?
I don't think they would.
The one thing with this is Saka, I met with the social media guy and they wanted
Sure,
lots of everything.
yes,
Like I gave him a lot of my work
good.
and he posted all over the place.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't,
So I don't know if it's an issue. I understand about the kids thing. I'm
Yeah.
very conscious of that myself.
yeah,
I really am.
I don't think it's an issue, Shirley. Or meaning you could put a disclaimer on there. I don't know what the algorithms for
Yeah.
YouTube are. It's kind of secretive in a sense.
Yeah,
So there is a thing when you upload the video, is this safe for children?
right.
And of course, I always say no, because if you say yes, which most of all my stuff is safe for children, but then you have to go into some stupid explanation. And it's like, no, it's not safe for children. So we'll find out. When this comes out on YouTube, if we don't see this discussion or this video, we got dinged, and it'll be just like, oh, we went from the first video to the third video. So, okay. Does anybody else have anything on that? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I think you had a nice start to this. And as you get more comfortable with iMovie, you're going to start to see how you can do some of these little goodies, and it'll be easy. All right. Let's see here. Let's do, Bill, you've got one for us on, why don't you tell us about this, please?
This is just a piece of music that I got from Jim Roberts that I liked, and it makes no sense. It's a music video, and these are cutting room floor pieces from feature films that I can never show here because of your rules.
Oh, jeez.
These are just aerials from feature films that I've done over the years, and they're just Arizona.
Okay.
It's called Flying at 300 feet.
Okay. Gee whiz, you make it sound like I'm some sort of dictatorial person.
are.
You kind of are.
I never knew this group was like herding cats. You know that. All right, here we go.
Signpost.
Okay. All right, what do we think of that?
Is Bugs Bunny public domain now?
No.
No, Bugs is very much copy.
Well, I like it. It's great.
Very well done.
What do you think of the text? Meaning the position of the text, where it was in the video. And then I would love to have seen a fade in, fade out on the text.
I was thinking.
There
the
it
same
was
thing,
one.
yeah.
No, there's not fade in.
Yeah,
on the
there is,
text.
there is.
That's a hard cut.
No, it's not. It's very short, but it's in there.
Where's the, hang on, it may be.
Just play.
No, it's before this is a,
Yeah, it's right there.
there. Okay,
It may look like it, but it actually is a fade in, fade out.
there's one frame. That's on and off. There is no fade in.
Okay, maybe on
I
that.
must-
but
Actually, I saw it on the numbers.
I probably just didn't do that one. I don't.
Bill, come on.
I don't.
Well, the other thing I would just quickly.
God, you're such a hard ass.
Well, I am, you lost my shots. I gotta get you back. No. The other thing,
Actually, that's the way of the world.
that's the herd group. The only thing I would do is, instead of putting the text, he put it in the same spot, but the text is fighting, or the background's fighting with the text. I would have put it up top, because all these shots have sky. You got, like the light blue or whatever, even some of them that it really fights with it. Look at all your shots have nice sky. Instead of putting it down there, I mean, that's a little hard to read,
That's valid.
just about.
But it's good.
Is that the name of that desert? I've never seen that.
I made this stuff up.
It's just RAGGID.
Well, there's a mountain there called Ragged Top. It's spelled different ways.
Okay.
And it's actually, this is property owned by my relatives.
Oh.
So I'm very familiar with this mountain. The mountain's not, mountain's to the left. And this was part of a film on cactus. And that's the worst, those are the worst shots. Again, all this stuff is just left over.
Sure.
It's cool, follow a real place.
It is, and it's a fantastic story. And it's actually in a film that I did for Halloween.
Which place?
Fools
Right there.
Hollow.
It's a fun lake.
And this was a town at one time in the 1890s, I believe. And an epidemic, it's up by Sholo.
Okay.
An epidemic broke out and all the people died. And the cemetery was in the middle of that lake. And because the state got it and they're going to fill it up, they had to move the cemetery. So all the dead people who died of, I think it was cholera, are moved up on a hill out of the lake. But they were originally buried right in the middle of that. And the guy who promoted it was a early pioneer crook who said, "Hey, this is really productive farmland. I'm going to sell you some lots. They're going to make you a lot of money." And when they got there, the ground was so hard
Yeah.
and it was so worthless that's why they call it Fool's Hollow.
And then the trees at the very end, I was looking for the name of where that was.
I have no idea.
It sure looks like it's somewhere up by Flagstaff.
It's
Like Mary.
It's near Lake Mary, but I have no idea where.
But why didn't you make up a name for it?
No, I actually thought of that, but I didn't have a good name, so.
It's being linked forest. That's what it was.
And those are I'm just bored. I had all this and various footage in a file I thought I had, and I liked Jim's music.
Sure. Did you like your music, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I sent him 3 or 4 musics.
There you go.
Yeah, he sent the music to me.
Oh, that was nice.
I think the shots, they were too slow for the music. I wanted to see the drone flying a little faster over the territory for the music.
The
the matching
speed.
music.
Sure.
Well, when I was doing this, I wasn't thinking,
Well, you weren't thinking about
I was
that.
thinking about the film I was working on.
The one that he had a couple of quick ones here, like this shot was real quick. So, yeah,
You could do a post too, you could speed it up in post, right?
you could, sure.
Yeah.
And actually I did.
Oh, it was even slower, or no, that shot was slower and you sped it
Oh,
up.
yeah.
What about the others?
Some of them, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did you fly your drone over the Lake Roosevelt like that?
I did.
Did you sweat it all when you were flying it that far out?
No, why?
And every time I fly my drone over water, I always sweat.
Yeah,
We go swimming, though.
yeah.
Well, I was really worried when I flew over the Grand Canyon, but we don't talk about that.
Well, probably now you can't.
Yeah.
Because of the
Oh,
restrictions.
you can.
If you're not,
The Park Service is actually searching the internet for footage
Right.
of park property and then filing legal challenges to them. Yep.
You can't make
I was-
a video?
I was thinking that you couldn't even fly because the software would not let you take off in the park.
Yeah, we stopped doing that, right? With the,
I don't know. I've done it.
How long ago though?
Well, a while.
Yeah,
The biggest problem I ever had was the border.
right.
And the border, they're shooting microwaves at drones
Yes.
on the border.
Yes. Yes, and I can attest to having, not there, but having a microwave takedown when my drones had crashed.
I didn't have a crash, but I lost the video. We couldn't figure it out. We were shooting the stuff and Larry Springford was with me and the picture just disappeared,
Yeah,
but I could still fly the drone. I flew it over water, as a
okay.
matter of fact.
Yeah, I had microwave completely knocked the
Yep.
drone right out of the sky,
I can believe it.
like a rock. So,
Did you retrieve it?
yeah, it was damaged. It was toast. I'll find the pictures I have. I'm holding it. It's like, that was the end of the shoot. Just quick story. Caterpillar has these, remote things. People can sit inside a building and they've got all the controllers to operate the machinery, and the machine is on its own out in dangerous areas. And they send the signal from the trailer to the field where these machines are working. And I was flying around and I'd gotten a bunch of good stuff, and then all at once it must have gotten in a direct line to that microwave to the machine, and it just took it right down. There was no controlling it. It just dropped like a rock, and that was the end of it.
Did you still have the video?
No, because since the recording is not stopped, you won't have that. It truncates the video and you cannot retrieve it in any way, shape, or form. So anytime I crashed while shooting, there's no.
Even on your phone, you didn't, because the one shot
I don't-
there was when I lost a drone
Right.
in the Mojave Desert.
I don't feed anymore into the iPad.
Oh.
There's an option, you can feed the pictures or the video into a phone or an iPad. And because there's so much that's being shot, it just eats up the space on my iPad. So I don't even bother to do it anymore. So anyway, but it can happen. So
It's real. I mean, they're shooting at those drones.
Oh, sure. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that? Thank you, Phil.
I don't know if, at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I know you were talking, you were saying that this was all pretty much Arizona, except it says flying Arizona. But yet that one shot of the Vermilion Cliffs is New Mexico, so the continuity.
No, it's not. It's Arizona.
That's
It's all Arizona. The one shot of the Finger Rock is just inside the border.
It says New Mexico. Vermilion.
Oh, see, there we go.
National Monument.
That's why it was.
That it was new.
And that's, you got a continuity issue.
Surprised our spelling police didn't catch that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's now, I thought about not putting that in there and I did not realize that wasn't, and this may be illegal. But it's a national monument. Actually, they've turned that into an NM.
If you look at the map up there where the Colorado River is, that along that river is a no-fly zone.
The Colorado River is to my back here.
Yes, you can fly in other areas there, but it's interesting if you look at the map, it shows you where you can fly and you can't fly, and basically your drone will not fly into that area. It hits an invisible wall if you try to fly into it.
My drone will.
Well, it's because you're not updating software and everything else. You're a bad boy. I wonder how much money I get for turning you in.
So I was gonna ask
Yeah.
about the
Yeah, go ahead.
Elephant River, or is that made up also?
That's Santa Cruz.
That's the Santa Cruz.
Okay.
That was a very unusual circumstance where the river was actually flowing.
Yes, right.
I just made it up.
Okay.
Well, I thought that was Elephant Rock in the distance,
Yeah.
but then, and
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing time. There was so much water out there. Scary.
a lot of your shots had a lot of green to it also.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I made that up.
Okay, does anyone have anything else on Phil's beautiful
It's
video?
total thing.
All right, thank you, Phil. All right, last video for today is Paul has got a video for us. Paul, why don't you tell us about this, please?
Okay, well, it's called Mountains and, what?
Mountains and skies, it says.
Mostly Santa Rita's, mostly. I have no descriptions. It's
Just play it.
music. It's just music and video. And that's about all.
Okay, let's check.
I didn't even give credits at the end. So,
Okay, well, let's check it out.
yeah. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. Anybody use the CDs?
Oh.
What are they? I haven't. I'm gonna check some of the blank, so I don't need them.
Yes, media that we don't use anymore, that's amazing.
We have 2 or 3 stacks
Yeah.
of them in the storeroom.
We have DVDs in there that I've donated that I don't need, so.
You mean that are blank?
They're blank.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's see this. Okay. All right, what do we think of that?
I like to see you hold the whole frame and then you could have zoomed in or zoomed out. And I thought the tilts, many of them were too fast.
Well, yes, and that's what happens when if you're trying to do a vertical image and give it some movement, you've got to give it more time to slow it down. So maybe on a horizontal image, you're going 5-6 seconds. Well, on a vertical, you probably want to keep that same nice slow movement. You want to maybe make it 10 seconds. And that helps. Do you know what he's talking about, Paul, with the edging?
Yeah. I tried to make most of them 9 or 8.5 to 9.5 seconds.
Well, this is what I'm talking about with your edging.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know why that happened.
What program do you use for this? To edit?
iMovie.
Okay, there should be, you've got your starting box and your ending box.
Mm-hmm.
And if your starting box is over to the side
Yeah.
and you see black space, then we're gonna get black space.
Yeah.
The other thing go ahead.
I was just gonna say, most of the zooms, the Ken Burns transitions
Right.
were all the same, starting wide and then they
Right.
come in.
Sure.
And I'd like to see some variety, maybe
You bet.
some left to right to left, out to in, rather than
Yes.
in to out,
Yeah,
or vice versa.
I think that really does, if you can vary what you're
Change
doing with
it.
that. And slow moves are better. You don't have to have these big, not that he did a lot of the big, like zoom in and zoom out, but just give it a little movement. The other thing I'd say, cross dissolve again. You got this tranquil music, Paul, which is great. And you have these hard cuts between the shots. And a cross dissolve to me just blends those together nicely and gives us that little bit of transition.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing needed dissolves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cross dissolve is, to me, is just a simple way to transition without, it's the softest way, I think, to really,
And it fits the music.
it fits the music, and that's the mood you're trying to set. And
I need to know how to do that, I guess.
what's that, cross dissolves?
Yeah.
Are you gonna stay for my demo after class?
I don't.
I have a demo after class on iMovie.
Oh,
If
really?
you stay for a minute, I can show you how to insert it. I think I can show you how to insert
Yeah.
the transition. It's not too difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. So anyway, what do you think of the photography?
Oh, it's outstanding. Very beautiful.
I think if it was me, I would do, Paul,
Mm-hmm.
you got that music, which is perfect. It's one song, which is great.
Yeah.
Maybe what you then do is say, okay, I'm gonna do a little pruning, get rid of a few shots so I can make some of the shots be longer in duration.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps too with keeping that pace slow. With Diane's video, she had longer clips and she had those cross dissolves, and it really let the viewer look at it. When you got a really nice photo, it's like, man, I want to enjoy it. I really want to see it for more than just 4 seconds or 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Should I take the paintings out of it?
Yes, I will.
That is, yes.
Yes.
That was the
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It might be nice to have a painting at the end with your name, so.
that would be a good way to do it, or even just one of the best shots.
Mm.
Whatever one of your best shots is, and put your name at the end. But yeah, the paintings don't belong with this.
Okay.
Don't fit. Yeah. The mood is the beautiful photography, and it's like, okay, the painting doesn't really add anything.
Okay.
It's also harsh and jarring because it's so vibrant.
Yes.
And it's such a different look than the photography. It doesn't fit the music.
Yeah. I would agree. Yeah.
Good collection of elephant head.
Oh, yeah.
You could even see elephant head.
Yes. Well, there's some beautiful photography in there, and it's like there was one of the shots in the middle, the elephant head, and I was like, damn, that's really nice.
It looked like an elephant.
Well, it had that, let's see if I can find it real quick. That shot right there.
Yeah, with the moon.
Yeah. Oh my God, give me that for 10 seconds.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
that's Photoshop. You don't get that much.
if it was Ron, he would use AI to do it, so. But yeah, that to me is the money. That is the best shot out of all of them.
Yeah.
You could have that up for about 8 seconds, 10 seconds, give us a nice slow move, add that cross dissolve, and then at the end, you could put your name up in here, you know, photos by or whatever you wanted to do, and that would be great. Okay, does anybody have anything else on there?
Paul, over how many years were these shots made?
Oh, I don't know. We've been here about 10 years, so within the last 10.
So it's all digital, no, or is there some film in there?
No, it's all digital.
Okay,
You know, the Santoritas are very photogenic.
oh yeah,
And they never, well, they do change. I was gonna say they never change, but they do.
well, sir, with the clouds and the weather and everything else.
And the one rainbow is in Colorado.
Oh, but you didn't, well, see, the good thing is you didn't say it was just here,
Ridgeway, Colorado.
so. Okay,
Going back to that rainbow.
yeah,
That was, why is there so much noise or,
Well,
whatever in that film?
Grain.
it looks like film,
I think it was originally filmed.
okay. It's been scanned, it's filmed. You could probably go in and Topaz and try some denoise, and that might clean up some of that. You just have to, with Topaz, the photo AI, which we have at the big computer in the back, Sam's computer, his baby.
Thank you. Sam.
Run a picture through it and just see, you know, sometimes it works and does a good job, sometimes it doesn't, you just have to try it and see. But that would be certainly anything that's scanned. A lot of times there's a lot of, from the days of film, it's like, you know, it's just got all that.
Well, especially if your scanner wasn't a really high resolution scanner.
That, or you have maybe some high-speed film from back in the day. So,
That's hard to tell whether that's noise or,
to me, it looks like noise.
as opposed to, rain.
Yeah, I think it's more noise than it is grain.
Like the Chrome 400.
It'd be worth, it might be worth it. Yes, exactly. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that one? All right. For those that want to stay, I'll give a little tutorial on iMovie, on combining clips that you shot with multiple cameras. And other than that, we meet again next week on Monday. I believe it's the 2nd. You're gone. I'm here.
I'm going.
Damn it, are you two going somewhere? Oh, okay. Is Todd going to Santa Barbara?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for today, folks. Thank you as always. Have a great week. Get out and shoot.